It's a magical evening tonight here at the Talkies, the annual horror movie talk year in review award ceremony. All of the stars are out. Oh, look over here. I see David Day. How are you, David?
Oh, I'm quite well. I'm just happy to be here. You know, I got on today. I'm wearing this Gucci because that's the only brand I'm aware of.
I was going to ask you that. You're up for best co-host tonight. How do you feel about your chances?
I feel good. You know, I feel pretty exuberant, and also, you know, I mean, I got a lot of really good competition, but you know, hopefully tonight it's just the stars are going to shine, and the best performance will win. You know.
Well, good luck. We'll see you inside.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, and here comes Bryce Hansen. How are you feeling tonight? Existential dread. Oh. Well, what award are you most excited for tonight? Oh, well, I'm real excited about the best drops. That's my favorite part of the show, and I'm really, really hoping One Titty gets it. You know, I'm just really putting all my hopes on One Titty. Oh, well, that's great. And who are you wearing? Well, it's some Ralph Lauren pajama bottoms that have holes in them, and like a, I don't know, generic Captain America t-shirt. I see that. Well, good luck. I hear they're starting to flash the lights. It looks like it's time to get started. So get ready for Horror Movie Talk's 2020 Year in Hindsight award show, The Talkies. Welcome to the Horror Movie Talk 2020 Talkie Awards with your hosts, Bryce Hansen and David Day. Hey, David.
Hey, how's it going? I'm so happy to be here on this day of days.
It's a magical evening.
It sure is. Yeah, I really didn't expect the thoroughfare, but man, there's a lot of show out today.
Right. I mean, that red carpet had me.
It had okay.
It had you.
It had me and you, and
Brendan was there.
There was Brendan. Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
a lot of paparazzi. We're getting real popular with the paparazzi.
Yeah.
So today we're going to do a year in review. The Talkies. This is an episode that I've wanted to do for a while. Mm-hmm. Do like a full-on kind of retrospective clip showish type thing.
Is this a play on The Office?
That's a play on the Oscars.
Okay. I'm thinking of the Dundies.
The Dundies.
Right. Yeah.
So, we've got several categories. Don't want to spoil anything. So let's start off with a highly anticipated category. This is like starting with the best supporting actor. It's like this is like one that really everyone wants to see.
You throw it right up front just to keep everyone's attention for a minute. Because if you started with the best animated short, everybody'd just blow their brains out.
Right. So the first category is Best Ad.
Okay.
Best Ad of 2020.
Yeah.
So first off, we've got from the Grudge review.
Wait, maybe we should go over how we're going to do this episode, no? This is going to be kind of a clip show.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I mean, we'll each present each category. Mm-hmm. We'll present each nominee, and a lot of them I have clips of.
Can we go down the things that are going to be like best ad and then best new drop?
No, let's save it.
Okay.
Let's save it for the people.
All right.
Because you never. It's always a surprise at the Oscars.
That's true. Yeah. Fuck you, listener. Okay.
It's a magical evening.
It's a fun time. It's
a magical time. So I'll present the best ad, and you get to present best new drop afterwards.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So best new ad from the Grudge episode. Ju-on. Ju-on. Apply directly to the Jew. Ju-on. Apply directly to the Jew. Ju-on. Apply directly to the Jew. Ju-on can be found on Amazon.com. Ju-on. Apply directly to the Jew.
That's a dangerous drop. I don't appreciate that.
It's because Ju-on is the original name of
the Grudge.
Yeah,
that's Well, let's continue, please.
Well, buckle up. That's not the worst thing on the show today.
Oh dear.
Okay. Next nominee is Gatorade from the Crawl episode. This episode of Horror Movie Talk brought to you by Gatorade. Are your alligators lethargic and slow to rip apart intruders? Gatorade solves that problem with their unique formula of gator stimulants that will give your gators a new spring in their step. Best of all, Gatorade also helps your gators stay in a state of blind rage at all times so that they will destroy any human that comes within 20 feet of them. Gatorade. Get it wherever cocaine is sold.
It's a solid one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were a good sponsor.
Next nominee is Blumhouse's The Brady Bunch from the Blumhouse's Fantasy Island episode.
That movie was goofy as all hell.
Mm-hmm. A lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls meets the man of her dreams who was busy with 3 boys of his own. It was the ideal family. Or was it? From the studio that brought you Blumhouse's Fantasy Island, coming to a theater near you, is a story of how 2 families became Blumhouse's The Brady Bunch.
Ominous.
And you'll love this one. This one's from David. Donald's Deadly Doll Emporium from Brahms the Boy 2.
Donald's Deadly Doll Emporium is proud to bring you this week's episode of Horror Movie Talk. Looking for that perfect gift for an at-risk youth? Why not a doll? Donald's Deadly Doll Emporium has every doll you can possibly imagine. We have doll types ranging from malevolent but harmless looking to so obviously dangerous that no one would ever keep this in their house. Best of all, these dolls are guaranteed to help your child work through any attachment issues or insecurities that they may have from trauma or terror. They are absolutely the most wonderful thing you could do for your kid. Because death is the ultimate cure to everything that ails you. Oops, I said the loud part quiet and the quiet part loud. Donald's Deadly Doll Emporium. Don't let the name fool you. Most of these dolls are only PG-13.
What a goofy ad. Those people really wanted to sell some fucking dolls.
Mm-hmm. From our Wicker Man episode, Paganism.
Oh, this was good.
This episode was brought to you by Paganism, the religion that lets you worship your dick. Paganism, the religion that worships your dick.
Small, succinct,
yep,
and catchy. That's an earworm right there.
That's another, head-on.
Paganism.
Next up, Virginity Incorporated from the It Follows review.
Yeah. This episode of Horror Movie Talk is brought to you by Virginity Incorporated. Virginity Inc. has been keeping leading ladies safe for decades with their tried-and-true methodologies of abstinence and self-control. Giving in to your throbbing biological urges is the one thing that puts you most at risk in the horror movie industry. So just don't do it with Virginity Inc. Call 1-800-BONETOWN today to contact Virginity Inc. and request representation of your hoo-ha.
The Bonetown number really is what made that ad, in my opinion.
Next, this is one of my favorites.
This is a silly episode because we just get to laugh at the things that we wrote.
We're so clever. It's a magical evening. This is from Alien, The Company.
This episode of Horror Movie Talk is brought to you by
The Company. The Company
has concerns all over the galaxy. We always do our best to provide Earth and its inhabitants with the highest quality minerals and ore to meet all your post-consumerist needs.
The Company
is committed to your safety and health as well as the safety and health of its employees.
The Company,
making a better tomorrow today.
None of the sentiments or ideas expressed in this commercial are legally binding or true. All human rights violation allegations are untrue.
Boy, that last part is a little disconcerting.
From the Event Horizon episode, we have...
Are you tired of driving down to the corner store every time you run out of smokes? Sick of walking from the couch to the bathroom every time you have to take a massive shit. Time to consider Wormhole to Go teleportation services. Wormhole to Go is the fastest way to bend space and time around your every whim. We install a flesh-like dongle on the inside of your cheek for you to toggle every time you wish to create a wormhole, and another dongle within your brain banana to let you choose the exact location you wish to teleport to. Just make sure you aren't thinking of your mom next time you need to go somewhere. Any and all hellscapes created using Wormhole to Go are purely coincidental. Wormhole to Go. Please use responsibly.
From the 7 review,
Sincorporated has an exciting new offering to make even the most jaded and disaffected youth snap back to reality. Hedonism. That's right. Feel free to pursue your every whim because you feel like it. Morality and ethics are a social construct and therefore not real. So, Sincorporated has revived the age-old practice of hedonism, and we've trademarked it to make sure we don't miss out on any of that sweet, sexy cash. Hedonism by Sincorporated offers packages like unending spaghetti platters for you to pig out on, drugs for when you just don't want to feel anymore, and for when you're feeling a bit randy, why not just fuck that hooker with a knife strap on? Hedonism by Sincorporated. If it feel good, do it. Also available by Sincorporated, paganism.
Paganism, the religion that worships your dick.
Wow, that one had kind of, that was
double
a twofer.
duty. Double duty.
And, I mean, it kind of just jumps at you with that fucking that hooker with the knife strap on.
Right.
Something about that seems really...
Jarring.
Sexy?
Okay, from the Saw episode we have... Did you see Saw? We all saw Saw, and we all recognize the villainous little scamp Jigsaw. Well, now, Jigsaw is branching out from movie appearances and torture traps and into the world of children's playground equipment with Jigsaw Seesaws. Jigsaw Seesaws are made from Jigsaw's signature rusty pipes and toilet seats, and are built to stand up against the harshest outdoor weather and dulled saw blades. Do you want to play? Then buy Jigsaw Seesaws and have hours of delight with your friends. And then just under the rate,
just squeaking in there.
Just squeaking in there. From our Better Watch Out episode, like a couple weeks ago, is Santa. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Are you okay with that? You've been groomed from birth to accept Kris Kringle's voyeuristic and home invasion habits as normal. But it's time to put a stop to this obsessive stalker. With Anti-Santa Home Defense, you can create a safe haven away from the prying eyes of St. Nick and make him think twice before breaking and entering into your home. With solutions as simple as tinted windows up to patent-pending security measures such as humane Santa trap fireplace inserts or the more permanent anti-Santa poison cookies, we have just what you need. Just go to fuckyourcoal.com and use HMT at checkout on your first order to receive a free bag of reindeericide. That's Anti-Santa Home Defense, because he better watch out.
I like the threat at the end.
Yeah. Okay, so those are our nominees, and the winner is...
Oh, wow. That is a rough
a
envelope.
really complicated envelope.
Interested to see who wins this. Who decided this? The
Academy
okay.
of Horror Movie Talk.
Movie Talk Academy.
And the winner is Paganism from The Wicker Man.
It's an interesting choice that the Academy went with.
Okay, so next category, presenting Best New Drop, is David Day.
Hey, guys. So, am I supposed to play these, or do you have these?
I have them.
Okay. So
most of them.
So the Best New Drop, if you're not familiar with our drops, it's a point of minor contention. Some people hate them, but we love them because we were both raised on drops, so this is actually a very coveted category.
I'm excited about it.
So drops are just little pieces of audio that we drop into each episode. So without further ado, the first nominee is found on the Crawl episode, Champa Champa.
Champa Champa.
That's a great drop. It's succinct. It gets to the point. It's full of chomps. Okay, our second nominee for best new drop, I should say, is Bye Bye Man in the Bye Bye Man episode.
Man.
That's a good drop. That's a good drop. Also, we have another nominee here. Oh Hey Ho, a Squirrel from the Wrong Turn episode.
Oh Hey Ho, I call it Squirrel. Well, they said you were hungry, Carly.
Also, we have Tits, Boobs, Boobies, Machines by our British news anchor, who we haven't seen in a long time, Ben Warrington, also on the Wrong Turn episode.
Boobs, boobies, tits, titties, tig old biddies, machines.
Got a lot of mileage out of that.
Speaking of mileage.
Yeah, speaking of mileage, we have the paganism drop from the Wicker Man.
This episode was brought to you by paganism, the religion that lets you worship your dick. Paganism, the religion that worships your dick.
Not sure how that made it cross-category, but there we go. Here, hang on. Let me. I have to queue up one here for this next one. So we got Drain Addict, basically the slew of them. But I think for me it's this one. Yeah, very. It works in a lot of different. A lot of different ways. We have see the thing about this. Not a lot of my drops made it into this list. It's just sometimes I question the Academy because
it's like when Star Wars doesn't make it into the Academy.
I mean, it's
super popular, but the Academy has its tastes.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it does. I wonder if people are going to be angry about this. So here we got the next one. I do love this one. This is the Candyman Song from the Candyman episode.
Who can take a rusty hook and split a chest in two? Cover it with honey and some killer bees too. The Candyman. The Candyman can. Who appears in mirrors if you call his name 5 times to get revenge for being lynched by angry racist whites. The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he needs another victim, and you're looking pretty good.
I do love the Candyman Song. Okay, we have also from the Drain Addict. We have It's Pretty Thick.
It's pretty thick.
Similar to the Mush, but it is.
It's pretty thick.
Okay, and we do have. We're getting towards the end here. We have Can I See One Titty from the Ghost Ship episode.
Can I see one titty? Oh, girl, just give me one titty. Ooh.
I just want to see one of your titties, girl.
Hard to believe that that's Jim Carrey. He's such a fucking great voice.
Yeah.
And finally, we have Ew, David, from the Friday the 13th Part 2 episode.
Ew. Ew. Ew, David. Ew, no, David. Oh my god, ew, David.
And the winner is... You're going to have to help me with this one. Help me with the envelope here, because You probably know the results and I don't. Okay, let's see. And this was actually voted on by the people, by Horror Movie Talk fans.
By the Academy.
By the Academy.
Just like all these were.
This turns out to be Ew, David. So...
Ew. Ew. Ew, David. Ew, no, David. Oh my god, ew, David.
Oh, I love it.
The crowd loves it.
I love it.
All right, next category, presented by Bryce Hanson, is Best New Bit of 2020.
You forgot one of mine, and I was so upset that I added it to the list.
No, it was I did forget that one. See,
I know we do a lot of bits.
Yeah,
a fucking ton.
Yeah, actually, I skipped over the Blair Witch Project episode like whole cloth for some reason.
What did we have a bit in there?
That was where the one you're talking about is from.
Oh.
Because like it was between the episode 0 and episode 1 of the Bly Manor, so I just like scrolled past it.
Yeah.
So I didn't pick anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so best new drop is another coveted category.
No, best new bit.
Best new bit. Sorry. Another coveted category. First up, some of these I forgot about.
Oh, yeah,
but they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like, this one is a pretty good example.
This one's hard to say.
Yeah. The from the Color Out of Space episode was Finicked or Fication.
Yeah.
So it's fact or fiction,
but with
facts about Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, right. Yeah, this was a good one. There's a lot of solid facts in here.
Yeah. So here's an excerpt. Okay, Jim Carrey offered him a role in Dumb and Dumber, but he turned it down for the part as an alcoholic in Leaving Las Vegas.
Wow. I'm going to go Finicked. I'm going to say that's true.
That's true. He named one of his sons Kal-El after Superman's Kryptonian name.
That is a move ballsy enough. And I do know that Nick Cage was slated to play Superman in a previous Superman movie. I do know that. Now I know that he's a comics fan, but this is the kind of thing that you would try and fuck with me on, so I'm going to say that's Jim. That's cruel.
That's Finicked. Wow. He has a son named Kal-El.
Oh my God.
Neither of those I can believe. It's good that you got both of those because I can't. Okay, can you imagine Dumb and Dumber without Harry? What's his name? Help me out here.
Jeff Daniels.
Can you imagine it being Nick Cage instead of Jeff Daniels?
Well, I could actually, but it wouldn't be the same.
The comedy would be. I don't think Nick Cage has the same comedy timing that Jeff Daniels does.
No, probably not.
I mean, he does have comedy timing, but it's ironic.
Mm-hmm. This one kind of fell through the cracks, but I was surprised at how good it was when I listened to it. This is Don't Blank on the Blank. So this was a game where...
Played this on the Candyman app.
Yeah, we chose a bunch of horror movies that just started with the and then had one word after it.
Yeah,
and we had to guess what the plot of it was based off of just the title. So here's Don't Blank on the Blank. Go on to the next one. This is apropos. The Day.
Yeah, I mean, my name's David Day. Obviously, I have Google Alerts set up for everything, with my name in it. Obviously, as you do.
All right, what's the movie about?
What year was this?
This was 2011.
Ooh, oh, pretty recent. Okay, so The Day is a trick, right? Because it's got you thinking. It's got you thinking about the daytime with the title, but in reality, it's a land of constant night, and there. And our cast is there, which
it's got Vin Diesel in there, right?
It does. It has Vin Diesel in it, and he's constantly talking about what it was like in the day. But none of the other characters, they were all born in the night, because on this planet that it's the day night cycles take like 10 years, or maybe it's like 20 years. I can't really remember. It's been a while. So he's constantly talking about, and there's all these monsters that come in. There's like alien monsters, and they only come in the dark.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Yeah, and they attack while it's dark, so they're waiting for the daytime. It's like they're.
So for 10 years, the monsters are attacking. Why would they live there?
Well, I mean, it's just. I think maybe they crash landed or something like that.
Right.
I can't really remember. But I think I got enough points in that synopsis to kind of
Wrong. A group of 5 people working to stay alive in a post-apocalyptic future. You know, it's future. You get a point.
Okay.
That's a full point. Discover what they think is a safe, abandoned farmhouse, but they soon find themselves fighting to stay alive as a gang of bloodthirsty predators attack. That's 2 points.
Bloodthirsty predators.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I'm telling you, I am a horror
Pretty good.
expert. Wow. The level, I am astonished by my ability to bullshit. It's like I was listening to somebody well-versed in bullshitting, and now I'm starting to realize it's me.
Well, that one was great because you basically outlined the plot of Pitch Black.
Right. Exactly. I was thinking of the Chronicles of Riddick.
Right. Okay. Wow. Another one that was great was from the Tremors episode. This was Baconator.
How many degrees of separation are there between Kevin Bacon and Madonna? She's a little singer who sung some things.
That would be 2.
Ding, 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 ding. You're absolutely correct. How did you reach that?
Because Madonna was in a movie with Sean Penn, and Sean Penn was in Mystic River with Kevin Bacon.
There are a lot of 2-level connections for Madonna and Kevin Bacon. The exact route that I took was Madonna was in Body of Evidence with Julianne Moore, who's another smoking hot hottie, who was in Crazy Stupid Love with Kevin Bacon. So, you are absolutely right. You have 0 points. I think Julianne Moore was in a couple movies with Kevin Bacon.
Probably.
Was she in Stir of Echoes?
I don't know. I can't remember. This is the one that we almost slipped by. This is from the Blair Witch Project episode. Horror movie or Frankie McDonald?
Oh, I love this. This is my favorite game ever.
It sounds like a gorilla's after me now. Oh my God, it's a gorilla. He's chasing after me. Oh my God, there's 2 gorillas after me now. There's 3 gorillas after me.
Okay. Was that a horror movie or was that Frankie McDonald?
Oh, that's pretty hard, but I'm pretty sure I can recognize Frankie McDonald's voice.
I love that movie. We gotta play that game again. Holy shit! I forgot
that is a
all
great
about,
game.
I forgot all about horror movie of Frankie McDonald.
Okay, next up is from the Exorcist episode. This is a workhorse that we should probably do again. Guess That Death. So Guess That Death was we played a clip and you had to guess how the person died.
Oh yeah.
Slow down, horse. There's blood everywhere.
No vegetables, no dessert.
This feels very 90s.
Yeah.
It also feels like playful, like a Gremlins-esque sort of movie. Is it? You're making facial things. You help me out anyway.
I mean, I agree with those. Like those, that's pretty.
No vegetables, no dessert is such a quip, one line sort of thing. Is this kind of like a Critters movie or something?
No.
Am I close with Gremlins?
I mean, it's a 90s movie that's, just de facto 90s kitsch.
Yeah.
Horror. This is a Stephen King adaptation, if that helps.
No vegetables, no dessert. There's blood everywhere. Slow down. I don't know. I guess Thinner?
This is from 1992's Sleepwalkers.
Never would have gotten that. I didn't even know this existed.
This is the character's name is Horace. He's talking on the phone to his wife. And when Mary, one of the sleepwalkers, comes up behind him and stabs him in the back with a half-eaten corn on the cob.
How did you find any of these?
There's a compilation.
Okay, all right.
But this was The fact that she stabs him in the back with the corn on the cob.
Yeah. No vegetables, no dessert. Like corn's a vegetable. Corn is dessert.
She said no starch, no dessert.
No starch.
I mean,
she said no starch.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
I got stabbed in the back with the corn on the cob.
Yeah. From our Event Horizon episode was the debut of Horror Movie Horrors, which was our voicemail bit.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's a lot of clips that I could have pulled, but I think you know which one I'm going to pull.
Okay.
Hello there. So I don't necessarily expect this to be on the show or anything like that. I just wanted to say so this is glittercore_55 from Instagram. I had a really rough day, and you guys make my day so much better. And I was listening to your recent Trick or Treat review, and strangely enough, I had literally been looking for that movie on a free forum for a long time. I hadn't found it, but I did find it in my local library because they're awesome. Watched it before the review came out today, which was interesting timing. Was not too impressed with the movie, but was concerned at the review you guys had that several people with 1-star reviews and complaints. And as a female, honestly, I'm all woman. I mean, I have big tits and a tiny vagina, and I love being a woman, and my husband's probably more feminist than I am.
I love Glittercore.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we've heard from her.
She's great.
Or maybe it hasn't. I don't know. I haven't had a phone for fucking weeks.
She's still talking to us on Instagram. Yeah, but that is...
Big tits and tiny vagina. That's the way you...
And...
Look. You don't got to be that way. I just appreciate you any way you are.
Right.
You know.
I mean, we'd love you if you had tiny little flat chest and floppy old vag.
I sit across from Bryce every day. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I'm not good to look at all.
Yeah.
My vagina's huge.
You got that right.
And last of all, this was recent. What was this from? From Krampus, just last week.
Oh, wow.
We have Christmas Wish List by Country Living.
I forgot about
You also have Christmas Songs Pictionary. You look so uncomfortable. What's the matter?
It's just such a retarded list.
Whoa, what? This is from countryliving.com.
Exactly.
What are you doing? Are you trying to subvert my... I worked real hard on this game.
Okay, proceed.
Naughty or Nice Christmas game. Christmas Mad Libs, that one's going to be fun. Christmas Guess Who game. And finally, not number 10. This is no particular order. Finally, Lump of Coal Christmas Plastic Wrap game. Now, do you need clarification on any of those?
I think I need clarification on all of them except White Elephant. I assume that's White Elephant Gift Exchange, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
Christmas Songs Pictionary, that's self-explanatory.
I think you probably know what Christmas Mad Libs is.
Yeah. Let's go down the list.
You want to rank number 10 first or number 1 first? Which one do you want to...
Well, I need to hear the explanation for what these games are.
Okay.
So tell me what Snowman Bingo is. So that one was you had a list, and I had to rank what the top Christmas games were.
It was a great game, and I won't hear anything but solid love for it.
All right, and the winner is... Oh, this is no surprise. Horror Movie Horrors.
Yeah.
That's like when Meryl Streep gets nominated.
Yeah, it's just like okay. Well,
might as well pack it up.
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, by the way, if you'd like to call into our show and leave us a voicemail and be featured on Horror Movie Talk Horrors, you can do so by calling our voicemail line at 682-253-4468.
Okay. This is where we offend people. Next category presented by David Day is Best Guest.
Best guest.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, it looks. Oh, okay. Best guest. Let's see here. All right.
So we don't have any clips from these. We can just talk down the line.
Yeah. So we did have. Actually, we had, I think, probably more guests on this year than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we had, and if I don't call your name, it's just because you're not the best guest. You weren't nominated.
It's not up to us. It's up to the Academy.
But we do have Jizzy D. She showed up on the Dead End episode. We also have my brother, Garrett. He showed up on the Event Horizon episode, and he loved that retired movie, despite the fact that it's garbage. Come at me. Call us at 682-253-4468. We also have Bryce's wife, beautiful wife, Erin, who showed up on our Trick or Treat episode. That was a couple months ago. We have
She came up with a game of Sense and Stabability. That one didn't get nominated, but that one was pretty good news.
What was that? What was that game about?
Played clips from like Regency era or like period piece movies. And from horror movies, and you had to guess which was from which.
Yeah.
That was surprisingly hard. She did a really great job on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, she knows music, so she's the, not like you. We also have my buddy Biggin, Brad, who showed up on the long-awaited episode Rats, our review of Rats. Speaking of Rats, we also had Magnus on the show this year. He showed up on our episode, on Bryce's episode of Bye Bye Man.
Mm-hmm. We were separated for the quarantine on that episode.
Right. For those of you who aren't familiar, Magnus is our Swedish superfan. He runs his own podcast in Swedish called Filmklubben. So check that out. We also have my mom, Kathy Day, who showed up on Rosemary's Baby episode. We have my buddy Mark, who showed up on the Alien episode. And finally, we do have Dustin Goebel, our hard artist who fucks softly sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed up on the Possessor episode.
Lots of great guests.
Guests.
Brought something new to every episode they were on.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is gonna be really tough.
It's really you. I mean, because all of these people you brought in, so it's really you. I
didn't bring in Magnus.
That's true.
And I don't. Oh, I guess I did bring in Dustin.
This one's a different category because it's not decided by the Academy. It's decided on who David loves more.
Right. Yes, exactly. So, without further ado, let's open up my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And, how about that? The best guess, it coincides with my heart. It's actually my mom. And actually, I think that's true of the fans as well. We had a lot of love for my mom. I did solicit a little bit of that love.
Uh-huh.
So I love you, Mom.
She was great.
Thanks for being a guest on the show.
She had the knowledge too at the time. It was great hearing like the inner workings of like the gossip of the day.
Several people have reached out to me personally over Facebook or Instagram or something like that and have said, you should do a podcast with your mom. Because the dynamic is there. And my mom you have no idea the kind of conniption fit my mom would cause if I forced her to do a podcast on any regular basis.
Oh, David. Man, I need to pull some clips from that episode.
Well, don't oversell it, David.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
That was great. Okay, next category is...
She was on the Rosemary's Baby episode. So you guys, if you want to hear my mom, it's very quaint.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Next, get your mom on here.
I know. We need to do that. We'll get her on Mother's Day or something.
Yeah.
Next category, Best Interview. This was a banner year for interviews. Well, this is the first time we ever had an interview this year. It feels forever ago, but our first interview was Tara Westwood.
Was that our first interview?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe it was.
So
she was on The Grudge.
Yeah. So that's
she was from The Grudge.
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. I've got clips for these. Let me pull them up. Okay, so this is from our interview of Tara Westwood. She was in the Color Out of Space episode, but we reviewed the movie she was on a couple episodes before that, which was The Grudge.
Right.
Here's an excerpt.
Well, I'd just like to. My last question is not really a question. It's just kind of an offer. If you ever need, I'm just saying, if you're ever in the Portland, Oregon, or southwestern Washington area, Horror Movie Talk is happy to give you a place to stay. We'll put you up. No problem.
Oh, so like I could say that I could be hired as a local now in Portland. If someone's filming something, I'll be like, guys, I'm good. I'm a local. I've got a place to stay.
Exactly. Yes. I have a guest room. It's right next to my room. It's a great.
That is just so generous of you.
Thank you.
So generous. Wow. Help you, help me, help you. That's really nice.
I can cook eggs like you wouldn't believe.
Okay, David. All right.
What a sweetheart. She was beautiful too.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her.
From the It Follows episode, we interviewed Kat Solon, which is the creator of The Shivering Truth on Cartoon Network, and here's an excerpt.
How does
Adult Swim
nihilism and comedy and horror and social critique, where does all this come from? Where do all these inspirations come from for you?
Well, wow.
I'm sorry.
No, I like that question a lot. I'm like, maybe I need to talk about this in therapy. I think that's such a good question. I would say I wasn't taught traditional, like in art school, I wasn't taught traditional kind of collaborative on-set filmmaking. I was taught more creative, constructive criticism and theory, and how to explore themes within the stories you're interested in telling, and how to examine the things you want to show and ask yourself why you're wanting to show that and what it is about that idea that could relate to other people. And so that's like where I came from as far as like when I first, got into the film and art world.
Next up from our The Brain That Wouldn't Die episode, we have the producer and director of that film, Derek Carl and Hank Huffman.
It's so impressive to me that the original budget for The Brain That Wouldn't Die was around $60,000, I think it says on IMDb, and yours was $80,000. So with inflation, the original would have been around $500,000 compared to $80,000. So it's really impressive. How much of that budget was spent on beakers?
Surprisingly little amount. In all seriousness, the vast majority of our budget went to just paying cast and crew. And so in terms of beakers, our production designer, Tiffany Ayers, she did so much with almost no money. It was very impressive.
Another one from Adult Swim was J.J. Villard on our Friday the 13th episode. He created J.J. Villard's Twisted Fairy Tales or something like that.
Your first big gig was Shrek, because that's also kind of an alternative take on a bunch of fairy tales. Is this like you lashing out from that experience of wanting to take it even further?
I was speaking to Mike Lazo, the creator of Adult Swim, and I just said, Mike, did you know I worked on Shrek? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I worked on Shrek 3 and 4. I fucking hated it. And he's like, channel that anger into these cartoons, JJ. And I was like, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I needed that motivation. So yeah, we did that.
And then
he was a very interesting guy.
Yeah, he was an interesting dude.
I follow him on social media, and it's the degree to which he is disturbed is impressive. And I love him for it, because he's really able to channel it into some pretty impressive art.
Finally, our greatest coup this year and highest profile interview, probably.
Oh, for sure.
And probably for a long time, is the legend Robert Englund on our that episode, Nightmare on Elm Street episode, because he's Freddy Krueger. So here's Robert Englund.
Did you ever live next to a man with the last name of Schoeneman, or was my friend full of shit?
No, to this day, I have a little casita in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And before I had my casita, I stayed in New Mexico a lot. So if he was in Santa Fe, it's probably true.
Oh my God! I thought he was just full of shit all this time.
Yeah, I haven't been there in the last year, but it's great. I got a buddy there, an actor, is my house sitter.
Wow,
and they do a lot of work in New Mexico. Breaking Bad is the easiest one.
Yeah,
but they shoot a lot. And it's only like an hour flight from LA, so they can get a lot of our actors and talent as well. But it's really a great place in late spring, and it's really great from September through November.
Okay. Yeah, tune in to the Nightmare on Elm Street episode to hear the rest about all New Mexico has to offer.
All New Mexico all the time. Yeah. It was That was a great interview.
Yeah, it was
mostly with me and David just
looking at each other, stunned that he wouldn't stop talking about
New Mexico. But it's probably not a question he gets a lot,
right? Did you live next to my friend in New Mexico? And he's like, "Yep." I'm like, oh, well, I don't know what to do with my hands now.
All right, and the winner is
paper.
What an upset. Derek Carl and Hank Huffman from The Brain That Wouldn't Die.
They were great.
Yeah.
And man, what a cool new thing they did.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing their brand of humor and horror again.
Okay, so presenting Thirstiest Moment.
How could this go in? How could this go in? Oh, okay, I see how. Wow, this is
and I've got clips for all of them.
So this is Thirstiest Moments of 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All
right.
So we've already listened to... Do you want to listen to Tara Westwood again? Or
so
we've got that one?
If you're not familiar with the idea of thirst, let us just quickly intro it to you. This is just us fawning over people. Just humans that we enjoy to look at.
Yeah.
And would like to be next to or near to in a creepy way.
Right.
So
I mean, we got a lot of accusations that we're misogynist. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I think the record will show that we're pretty equal opportunity in terms of thirst.
Yeah,
at least more open-minded than many.
Mm-hmm.
So
we did.
Am I supposed to do this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first nominee is David's fawning over the Tara Westwood interview in our Color Out of Space episode, and you heard that just recently with me offering Tara my guest room, which is right next to our bedroom, and my wife cringed so hard at that.
This is our first interview ever, by the way.
It was great,
and we decide that this is the ideal moment to creep on.
Look, I offered it to Robert Englund as well, and he told me right where I could put that guest room.
New Mexico.
Right. So we also have the cop in The Invisible Man, which was on the Invisible Man episode. This was both of us fawning over the cop.
Yes.
What's the name of the guy that she ends up kind of shacking up with? The cop, the black cop guy. He is...
I swapped names on this, by the way.
A hunk.
I have a note on that. His name... okay, so the character's name is Aldous Hodge.
Okay.
And he's played by James Lanier. It's actually vice versa.
Damn.
He is a hot piece of man meat.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, there was a moment where he's just like...
Where Bryce was swooning.
Getting something out of the kitchen, and he's just like got his cop uniform on and just super form-fitting, and I was like,
damn, nigga, what you doing out here with all this ass? Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass, the sun is still out, my nigga, and it was just, I don't know, man. That's the homie.
I mean, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy.
So
yeah, dude, like the way the okay, so this is the gayest part of horror movie talk for sure. Mm-hmm. But the way his
ass?
No.
I mean, I was totally checking out his ass.
No, I'm just saying the way his uniform fit him, like he's like a fucking triangle, up top, and he's got this little waist, and he's got all that ass.
It goes on for like another 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was a very thirsty moment.
Yeah.
I still remember his ass.
Yeah, I do too.
I remember it vividly. It's like It's like a series of pictures in my mind.
Yeah, it's not even like yoga pants, tight pants. It's like thick material, thick pockets, tight pants.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
You could really grab onto that.
Yeah, like goddamn table. Like you could set a fucking lunch out on that damn thing. Like get a whole picnic going on that ass. Oh man, I'm just getting angry. Okay, next nominee is Micah Monroe from It Follows.
Yeah, so then we're introduced to our new girl, Annie, played by Micah Monroe. I love Micah Monroe. I love her. She's wife number 2, like for sure.
That's a hard meh for me.
What?
She's okay.
What are you talking about? The thing that really helps it helps her win me over in this movie is like the melodramatic, very sad, like she's sad. That for some reason, well, I just want to help her, I want to make her happy. I want to make her laugh,
Oh, okay.
It's not the fact that she is sad that I'm like, yeah, more of that.
Yeah.
More sadness.
I'll make you sadder.
Yeah, I do love Mike Monroe. Okay, we also have Drew Barrymore. This is undoubtedly from the Scream episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot.
I had a huge crush on Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Like, there was a moment in my childhood in the 56K modem dial-up era that I found Drew Barrymore's Playboy shoot on some website.
Oh, my God.
That I still see it in my head right now. I know exactly what those images look like because I looked at them so much.
Okay, pervert.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. This is an important part in little Bryce Hanson's life.
Dude, Drew Barrymore.
And little Bryce Hanson, I'm not talking about the young me.
Funny you should mention. I got the Drew Barrymore Playboy spreads pulled up right now.
I don't even have to look at it.
Yeah,
I can tell you the one with the wrench when she's reclining.
What? Okay, hang on. Now I gotta find this. She's one where she's bent over a tire. That's pretty great. Whoa, hey, okay. Okay, we're getting into some really impressive stuff there. All right, so the next nominee is Riley Keough. I can't remember what episode.
From The Lodge.
Oh, this is from The Lodge. Oh, yeah, she was cute.
So she gets out of the shower and she leaves her breasts
swinging,
flapping in the breeze, and the boy,
which I appreciate,
Aiden is
boobs, boobies, tits, titties, tickle bitties, machines.
These may have been the best boobs ever witnessed on Horror Movie Talk. I would not.
Pretty great.
They were wonderful.
Pretty great. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we actually got admonished for that. Somebody reached out to us and was like, you're objectifying women. I was like, what is the point of showing boobs in a movie or dick in a movie or butt in a movie if not to objectify it? That's what it does.
It's for character development.
You
need to know that this character takes showers.
And don't pretend you don't objectify people. If you have if you get sexually aroused, you objectify people. Anyway, I'm sorry. I took that a little too far. Mm-hmm. We also have the booty shorts incident from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre review.
Oh, God. Yeah, we didn't...
There were some nice booties portrayed in this movie.
Well, yeah, especially the one in short shorts. Yeah. There was definitely some low-angle shots that were right up in there.
They were constantly right at her ass cheeks.
Yeah, I've seen that angle
with good purpose
in several
good
pornos. Like, yeah, they did it right on the flesh part of it. I mean, they got the booty angle right.
The ass was fat.
They got the halter top. Like, when are halter tops coming back?
Oh, for real, man! The whole back open,
yeah. And then
so pretty.
They're just basically like slings for boobs.
Yeah, right.
It's a boob sling.
A woman's back is so pretty. I find the back to be the most attractive part of it.
Are you a breast man or a butt man? I prefer the back.
This is going to be the longest episode ever. Okay, and of course we have Janelle Monáe from Antebellum.
Mm-hmm.
She's so pretty.
Oh, goddamn.
She's the prettiest person I've ever seen. I'm sorry, wife.
Yeah.
But, oh my God.
Yeah. Every movie I see her in, she hasn't been in like any huge leading role. She's usually like a supporting character.
Janelle in Moonlight is, oh my God.
Yeah.
I've never fallen in love so quickly with a person as I did with Janelle in Moonlight. She was,
and then I saw her in
like her character was beautiful, and her just looking at her was wonderful, and she was just a ray, like God's rays coming down from the clouds. Beautiful. And finally, our last nominee is Ass Shot by Friday the 13th Part 2 review.
This one was I didn't even know the character's name. It was just,
you don't know characters' names in Friday the 13th movies,
right? The characters that I don't know. Well, let's just call her Hard Body.
Hard Body, yeah.
Like in those short shorts with her ass hanging out. Oof.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Bryce, you need to reel it in a little bit.
I respect women. I very much respect that woman.
David, this is so awkward.
Why do you respect her more than most?
I don't know what I can say about this without eliciting more 1-star reviews, but I'll just speak my truth.
Okay.
I liked it. It made me feel good feelings, and I would like to watch it again.
And the award goes to the award for Thirstiest Moment in all of Horror Movie Talk 2020 history goes to The Cop in The Invisible Man. So that is definitely the best moment.
Yeah. I mean, we can even stop talking about it right now.
I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
God. All that ass.
All right, moving on to the best tagline. I'm just going to play all these because it introduces, it says what movie it's from.
Yeah, and Taglines is a game where we come up with funny, interesting, stupid, cringy taglines for the movie that we just watched.
Mm-hmm. So here we go. Antebellum. If you're not furbellum, you're antebellum.
Shut up. The head that wouldn't die. Could you fuck a head? Asking for a friend.
Yes.
Asking for
Gretel
a friend.
and Hansel.
Oops.
Gretel and Hansel. And that was the last time the Germans used ovens on people.
Too soon?
Unfortunately, it wasn't.
Is that too soon?
This one doesn't have the name of the movie. This is from the Bye Bye Man episode, your episode.
Oh.
And then my third and final tagline is just never trust a Swede. All right.
Which rings true,
I don't. Magnus is a shifty Swedish fish.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What not to do portion of the chainsaw safety course.
Terror train. Trapped on a train with the true terror. Illusionist.
I like that one.
Terror train. We run a train on your terror.
The Hunger Games, Part 2. Oh, that one was...
That's so bad.
That one was from the platform.
Okay.
Antebellum, The Village, woke edition.
And then the last ones are all from Wrong Turn.
Okay.
Wrong Turn. It's as if cable made a movie for itself.
Wow.
Like cable rose up.
I love that. I love that tagline. Okay, for these, you have to imagine that there's your taglines in between each one of these.
Okay.
Wrong Turn. Looks like their jaws took a wrong turn. Wrong Turn. Looks like their jeans took a wrong turn.
Wait, what? Oh, they're jeans.
Yeah.
Genes.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Wrong Turn. Eliza Dushku gave me a dong turn.
Shut up. A dong turn.
My dong turned up. Wrong Turn. Looks like these hillbillies had a long burn.
Okay. What the fuck?
Wrong Turn.
I really like the Terror Train ones.
Yeah, the Terror Train ones are good. Okay, so the winner is... Well, look at that. Terror Train.
Oh, damn.
Both of those won.
Okay.
It was a tie.
Okay.
Okay, so speaking of running a train, you don't want to run a train with your junk all harried up.
Yeah, it's gross.
Just wanted to say Happy New Year's from our sponsor, Manscaped. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, offering precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and is here to help you have clean balls in the new year. Ring in the new year with the right tools for the job. We've both been using Manscaped for several months now, and I gotta say, it's made me a new man.
Yeah, my junk has never smelled so good.
I know.
Smelled and looked.
It's
really.
like a whole ritual now.
Yeah.
Like after showering, like, you know, lotioning up and like cologning up.
Yeah.
Just makes me feel like ready to take on the world.
Yeah, and the moisture given by the crop preserver really, man, it's a life changer.
Mm. And the crop reviver, and they just started doing cologne.
Yeah.
In the new year.
Wonderful scent on that. It's the trademark Manscaped scent. But you got to let it breathe for a minute, you know? You throw it on and then don't leave the room for a minute. You just got to let it sit, because otherwise people go, "Oh my god, it's too much," you know? But that's just a general rule of thumb with any cologne.
And of course the foundational product is the Lawnmower 3.0.
Yeah.
So waterproof and skin-safe trimmer that will reduce nicks to your two best friends. The third generation trimmer even has a light to shine a light to the promised land 2021 looks to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff. And you know, if you guys would like to help support us, you can support us by supporting our sponsors, and Manscaped is a big one. So
Yeah.
please use HMT at checkout to get 20% off your order and free shipping.
Yeah. Again, that's 20% off and free shipping with the code HMT at manscaped.com. So use HMT for a new year and new balls. And we have a new sponsor today. You know that feeling of flipping through LPs and finding that incredible record that blows your mind and creeps your family out? Or catching a bizarro low-budget horror movie on public access that makes you wonder what you just watched? Well, enter Night Channels, a weirdo thrill seeker's goldmine, a truly independent shop stuffed with killer shirt designs that celebrate the mutant media nerd that's hiding in all of us. Whether you dig into the subhumanoid fringes of popular and underground music, cult literature, and brain-battering horror and sci-fi films, Night Channels brings you the shirts and hoodies you never thought existed, all at very affordable prices. If you've ever wondered where that maniac you met in the basement show got his Neuromancer t-shirt, it's time to flip to Night Channels. So go to nightchannels.com and use code HMT at checkout for 13% off. That's Night Channels, NIGHTCHANNELS.com. And check out just their crazy assortment of horror and music niche t-shirts and hoodies. You'll find something you love, and honestly, it's a great price. Made even better with 13% off with using code HMT at checkout. Also want to take time to just mention our Patreon. This is probably the greatest source of support that our fans have for us. Several different tiers to choose from. Even if you just throw us a couple bucks, it really helps us out, and just makes us feel validated.
Yeah, well,
in what we're doing here, and you identify yourself as a super fan, and there's several perks that go along with the different tiers. Probably the most popular one is the Afterpod, where we leave the mics running after each episode and just talk about random things, stuff going on in our lives, and you get to know a little more about us personally.
You can also support us by heading on over to our shop at horrormovietalk.com/shop, and you can buy a t-shirt, black or red t-shirt with our logo on it, or a sticker with some of the artwork that Dustin Goebel, our hard fucking artist, has done for us. And if you buy a sticker that Dustin has done for us from one of the episodes, a little bit of that will go to support Dustin and his kids and his wife. So do that, because you want to support Dustin.
If you want to leave us a voicemail, call 682-253-4468 to be featured in Horror Movie Whores. And we're back to the Talkies, the Horror Movie Talks 2020 Retrospective Award Show.
So glad to be here.
It's a magical evening.
It is. It
feels real magical. So for the rest of it, we're going to talk about the movies.
Yeah.
So the Academy have voted on these. For each of these categories, we're just going to talk a little bit about why these were nominated or why these deserve the best or worst award. So starting off, we're going to talk about the worst movie we watched this year.
Right. I'm not going to lie, there was a lot.
Yeah.
This is...
I took out all the scores for each movie, and it's really... We'll go through some of the findings from the statistics. Okay, so worst movie we watched this year, the nominees are Bats.
Mm-hmm. That was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
We thought we were doing the right thing by reviewing Bats, because we thought you were asking for Bats, but it turned out
actually Rats.
It was supposed to be Rats.
Rats also nominated for worst movie we watched this year. Also, The Turning, The Bye-Bye Man, Event Horizon, and Terror Train. So each kind of uniquely bad in their own way.
This is the bottom of the barrel. Just worst movie, not new release movie, but worst movie overall that we've watched this year.
And really, it's surprising how little how few movies were terrible this year. Like, there weren't that many bad ones. Even, like, The Turning didn't get a super, super low score. It was just hard meh. You have anything to say about any one of those? Any of those that stick out as particularly memorable in its badness?
So wait, we got Event Horizon, Terror Train, Rats, Bats, The Turning, and Bye-Bye Man.
Yeah.
I really hated The Bye-Bye Man. It was... Well, no, I didn't. The Bye-Bye Man was a semi-serviceable movie. Event Horizon was just so confusing. But, and Terror Train I actually kind of enjoyed for a couple of reasons. I gotta say, also Bats didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Boy, I'd say Rats was a pretty garbage movie. I really disliked.
Yeah.
That felt like a big chore having to watch that. And I was fucking stoned off my ass watching that movie, and it was horrible.
And the winner is Rats.
That makes sense.
Yeah, just like you said in the drop, never trust a Swede.
Never, ever.
And that was off the Bye Bye Man episode. So, I mean, you can tell we didn't take our own advice. Okay, next category is best movie we watched this year out of all the movies we reviewed. And presenting is David Day.
Oh, yeah. So this is just all the movies we watched this year or reviewed this year. The best one. And then we got some real bangers in this list. We have Alien. We have Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We have The Exorcist. Seven, which is a very controversial episode, apparently. A lot of you don't think that's a horror movie, and it obviously is, because we reviewed it, and we are Horror Movie Talk. We also have Possessor Uncut, Rosemary's Baby, and The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, this is an embarrassment of riches. This year, since we were in quarantine, and there was no new movies coming out in the theaters, obviously.
Not in the theaters. I felt so bad about this because there have been a lot of releases in 2020 that we skipped over, and I swear to you, I'm going to go back and get them.
Sure. The ones we were really looking forward to got delayed, so we don't... Actually, there's a couple that finally got dropped that were I would have seen them in the theater because they're... So, the New Mutants dropped, and that's apparently awful. But anyways, so... Yeah, since we had time to choose, what movies we watched, we covered a lot of bangers.
Yeah, real good ones.
The classics.
Yeah, what do you have thoughts on this list?
I mean, my favorite's on here, The Exorcist. Yeah. That's I think it's the perfect horror movie.
Yeah, my favorite is on here as well, which is Alien. Possessor Uncut was... I've never seen a movie like that before. Right. And that was pretty crazy, too. And then, of course, you have The Blair Witch Project, which is such an interesting classic. I mean, all of these movies deserve to win, really. But it turns out that the Academy voted pretty decisively on Alien. Yeah. So this one and this one really made sense to me because it's clearly the best.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, it is a sci-fi movie.
I don't think it is.
All right, so here we move on to new releases. We have worst new movie of 2020.
Right.
And so a lot of this is obviously front-loaded in the year because that's when all the movies came out in the theater.
Right.
But I was surprised at how far this went back.
Yeah.
A lot of good movies. So we have...
These are the worst new movies of 2020.
A lot of bad movies, sorry.
Yeah.
Worst movies of 2020. We got Gretel and Hansel.
Mm-hmm. How did this make it on the worst?
Well, there's not that many new movies, so it kind of just scraped by on the bottom.
Wow.
The bottom 6.
I think we both gave it a 7.
Yeah. No, we didn't.
I gave it a 7 or an 8.
We can look at what the score is.
Yeah,
we're kind of split on this one.
I enjoyed this one.
The Lodge.
Mm-hmm. Another one that I enjoyed to the tune of a 9.
Right. This one was...
It's interesting how these got picked.
This was the biggest... one of the biggest discrepancies in scores of the year with The Lodge. I gave it a 4 and you gave it a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Antebellum, starring the lovely... Janelle Monáe, but wasn't a good movie. We got Blumhouse's Fantasy Island, Underwater, and The Turning.
But we also have Host, which you gave a 9 and I gave a 4. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, that was the other big discrepancy this year.
That was right in the middle. That one's not represented on either list.
Yeah, it is.
Fell right in the middle.
It made it in the worst new movie of 2020 list.
Okay. And the winner is...
This is the worst new movie of 2020. Okay. Let's get it out. Get it out of there. Did you find it?
The Academy voted, and...
Looks like it
says Gretel and Hansel.
Blows my mind.
Yeah, that was not... I mean, I wouldn't have picked it.
No.
But I'm not the Academy.
I got to say, this was a great aesthetically pleasing movie.
Right.
And it's a classic story. It's a new twist on an old classic. Good acting throughout.
This might have been one of those cases where the Academy, they have to watch all the movies and they don't really watch them. They just vote on the ones that they know.
Right,
so
right.
They probably only watched Hansel and Gretel.
Blows me away because I really had a good time with Gretel and Hansel. Also, this takes the classic Hansel and Gretel and turns it into Gretel and Hansel. So this is kind of a feminist perspective. Why would the Academy vote against feminism, Bryce? Why would they do this?
It's hard to say,
I really like this movie a lot, and I think that probably Host should have been the worst new movie of 2020.
The worst, if you want to know what we scored as the worst new movie, was The Turning. Turning was bad.
It was not a fun movie to sit through.
Yeah, Turning, but even then,
we both agreed that was bad.
But that only got a 4. Like there's nothing this year that we gave less than a 4 on average. So it is what it is. Okay, so next category
we have the best new movie of 2020. The best new movie. I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. So for the best new movie of 2020, here are the nominees. We have Possessor Uncut. We have The Invisible Man. We have His House. We also have Color Out of Space. Boy, that was a really good one, starring Nick Cage. We also have, I believe it's a French movie, The Platform. That was a great one that came out on Netflix. And finally, we have The Brain That Wouldn't Die, which if you haven't caught this one yet, it doesn't surprise me. I don't think it's even out for public viewing, but when it does come out, you should check it out for sure, because got some great kind of Mel Brooksian style comedy in it. So these are the best new movie nominees of 2020. And so, without any further ado,
I think all of these I would watch again. Like no question.
I don't think I would watch His House again.
Really? Oh, just because it made you miserable?
Yeah, it was a good movie. It's just it was not a movie that it does not have good feels in it.
No.
And
I mean, Possessor, all these were pretty
heavy,
impactful and heavy. So Possessor Uncut had some real visceral stuff in it that I'm not sure would be pleasant to revisit.
But the content is so interesting, whereas it's just kind of depressing in His House.
And the visuals are great too.
And Color Out of Space was rough too. Like that was a hard one to watch as well. It was a lot of crazy body horror. Anyway, so the winner is, let's see here. Okay, and the Academy voted on, do you have the Academy's? The Academy voted on The Invisible Man. Not a bad choice.
No, not a bad choice. This
is Blumhouse's A-Team.
Right.
Yeah, this is a great movie.
Yeah.
A thriller. One that Bugsy called pretentious.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprisingly.
It was a great perspective, just having a battered spouse trying to escape.
There's a lot
someone with an invisible suit, which is just horrifying.
There's a lot of cool things, decisions about this movie, like the fact that they made the Invisible Man rich, and then you get to see this big, amazing estate, and also he's like this super genius.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty cool execution. So I would agree with that.
And the actor that played the Invisible Man was on both The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, he had a drug problem in Hill House, and he had a narcissism problem in Bly Manor.
Yeah. So, I would agree with The Invisible Man. That's the one that I think of most of, that was a really enjoyable, great movie.
I did not expect it either. I went in there going, okay, what's this going to be? And then came out wow, that was crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so that's the awards portion. Thank you for coming to the Talkies, the first annual 2020 year in review. Okay, so just looking at the scores, I thought it'd be interesting to just look at some of the stats. So there were 7 perfect 10s this year. Not really any surprises. Other
Movies
than,
where both you and I gave them perfect 10s?
Yeah. Maybe the only surprise would be Possessor Uncut, because we gave that a 10, both of us. Other perfect 10s were Alien, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Exorcist, 7, Rosemary's Baby, and The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to argue that any of those aren't a perfect 10 movie.
Right.
Just because a lot of them are backed up by history.
Right.
Like, these are influential, important movies.
Yeah.
Did you see Red Letter Media's coverage of Possessor Uncut?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised they didn't like it that
Well,
much. I thought it would have been right up Jay's alley.
Jay,
which I think it kind of was.
Yeah, Jay liked it, but what's his face did? Mike was not having it. Yeah, Jay liked it a lot.
The movies that almost were a perfect 10 for us were The Wicker Man, Scream, His House, and Invisible Man. We didn't give a 10. I would say I would. So, in retrospect, it's interesting to look at these scores and see which ones that I would change now.
I don't know that I would change them. Maybe I would. I mean, it all is dependent on your mood and how it strikes you.
Yeah,
where you're at in life, kind of.
So the lowest scored movies. So the lowest average score was The Bye Bye Man, Event Horizon, Terror Train, and Rats.
Do you have those average scores?
Yeah, hold on. Let me sort that. Oops. So Rats was 1. We both agreed that was a 1.
Wow. Oh yeah, Rats is now. We've never had a across the board 1 before.
Yeah.
So now we have the standard by which 1 is set.
Right.
Rats.
Event Horizon was an average of 3, so I gave it a 2. You gave it a 4. Terror Train, same scores, 4 and 2, also a 3. The Bye Bye Man was. I gave it a 2, you gave it a 5. That would be one like, do you really think that The Bye Bye Man is an average movie?
Yeah, I did at the time, didn't I? I would have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah. You wouldn't enjoy it. I'll just say that.
I did it once.
Yeah?
Yeah, what's you're kind of assuming my gender here. I don't appreciate that.
I already mentioned one of the biggest discrepancies was The Lodge. One of the biggest discrepancies was Host.
Mm-hmm.
The other biggest discrepancy was The Lodge, which our scores switched.
Right.
So you gave The Lodge a 9, and I gave it a 4. And for Host, you gave it a 4, and I gave it a 9.
I can't believe you gave Host a 9.
I loved Host.
Ugh.
I thought it was timely. It was delightful.
It's boring.
I have no qualms about that.
And I can't believe you gave The Lodge such a low score. That was a great movie. It kept me, I mean, it's not for everyone because, some people need lots of fireworks and flowers and thoroughfare, and other people are happy with, Shakespeare,
Yeah. So on the average, our scores were not that far apart. How far apart would you think the average spread would be? The difference between...
On average, I would say... This is just for 2020?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we differ by 1.5 points.
0.32.
0.32?
We agree way more than you realize.
Wow.
Yeah. What would you guess is the average ranking for each of us, and who has a higher average ranking?
I have a higher average ranking.
Correct.
And your average ranking would be probably a 6, and mine would probably be a 6.32.
By rounding, we both have a 7. We both, like, on average, give movies a 7.
Okay.
Which is, like, it's interesting, because that's kind of what you see in critics normally. If you go to the IMDb, it's like...
Oh, really?
Everything gets around, like, 3 stars, you know? 4 stars out of 5 kind of thing.
Yeah.
So mine, on average, was 7.14. No, wait, that's you. You were 7.14 on average, and I was 6.82. So
there you go.
Pretty close.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Under the line, we have one more category.
Wow.
We return to the Talkies. Special event. Because this happens at the Oscars sometimes. They just forget to do a category, so they come back from commercial break.
No way, really?
Uh-huh. This category is for Best Co-Host.
Well, I think. Okay, go on.
So, I mean, it's a pretty tight category. Only 2 nominees.
Yeah, you, Bryce Hanson,
and David Day.
Right.
So, who really brought more to the table this year, and who is the most, the best co-host,
right,
on Horror Movie Talk? And
did the Academy vote on this?
Surprisingly, it's you. It's David Day.
Aw, that's very nice.
So I've got the
oh wow,
Horror Movie Talk Best Co-Host Award.
Oh wow,
for you to.
Oh, look at this. Oh wow, it's like a it's like this is so nice. This is I remember this. My pants are undone in this picture, but here we go.
Good. All right. It's all the paparazzi want to take pictures of it.
Check out our Instagram for... Wow, this is a wonderful trophy. Where did you get this?
From the Academy.
Oh, wow, man. It's got even spooky lettering on it. Horror Movie Talk Best Co-Host Award. Look at our Instagram for... Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Academy. I appreciate it.
So thank you for joining us today on this episode. We'll get back to the regular episodes next week, where we review one movie each week. Special thanks to the Academy.
The Academy, and I'd just like to say thanks to everyone who listened in 2020. It was a tough year for everybody, but you guys really made it very nice for me and Bryce.
Yeah, it was a great year for Horror Movie Talk, though.
Yeah, it sure was.
Terrible year in every other regard, but for Horror Movie Talk, it was a banner year. And you guys made it great. Please, if you haven't, share the podcast with a friend, and support us through our website. Go to our website at horrormovietalk.com. You can click through to Amazon or to our Patreon and support us there. If you want to leave a voicemail, our number is 682-253-4468. And I want to thank God. I want to thank my moms, for raising me right.
Right.
This one's for you, Ma. All right. Thank you for coming to the Talkies 2020. Man.